The Kickstarter page got an update for Adventure Quest Worlds Infinity. We have a new tier to go over, so let's do that right now. So the tier is $400 US, 550 Canadian bucks, and this tier gets you the opportunity to convert 5 items. It's a lot more expensive than the $250 tier above it, and the 5 item conversion. So basically, they have to manually go and convert all of the AQ Worlds items into AQ Infinity items, and you're basically just paying to speed up that process. Is that worth the $400? I mean, you make up your mind on that. Depends on how much you really like those specific item, I guess. You're also getting an IODA with this tier on top of that. I personally never thought they were going to add the IODAs to the Kickstarter because they're very confusing to explain to people, even more experienced players of AQ Worlds. You still have to explain them. So basically, an IODA is valued at about $100 US if you are a new player. If you're an experienced player who has all the items off the Wheel of Doom, which many experienced players might not even have because it requires spinning the wheel a lot, which is a bit of RNG. So there's that. It's cheaper. It's like what, $30 or $40 if you have all the items of the Wheel of Doom. So it's either a $30 or $40 value, or it's a $100 value to you, depending on your experience and like what you have on your account in AQ Worlds. So it's kind of a weird thing that changes, and that item of donation gets you any rare, not any, but any rare item in the game, with some exclusions: staff items, Heromart items, contest items, and there's probably a few other edge cases. But the majority of the rare items that exist, the items that can no longer be obtained in AQ Worlds, can be obtained with the item of donation. And that's how you explain it to someone that hasn't interacted with that feature before. It is a weird thing, and you probably still have questions even after what I just explained there if you've never heard of an IODA before. And it's, so it says exchanges for a super rare item in game if you're choosing. That doesn't really explain. That's not a good explanation for the IODA, in my opinion, from this, because it kind of even sounds like it might be a thing that's exclusive to the IODA, which, to be fair, they are now, but they were rare items that anyone could get. Like, it could be a rare item that someone spent pennies on, like less than $1 on, but it's now unobtainable, so you'd have to spend $100 on it. But anyway, that's how it goes. You also get a badge. Badges are badge and title, so those are both new for AQ Infinity, so that's pretty neat. So I tweeted out my first reaction. This is actually the reaction I had on the video the other day as well, to this system when they put it in like a thing that they were hypothetically going to do. So it was a bad idea. I assumed it was going to be in the descriptions, because in AQ Worlds right now, if you have any credit to an item, like if you won a contest, or if you got your item in the game by any means that isn't like you're the artist that made it and paid you for it, if like I have my name in the description of an item in AQ Worlds, for example, in a couple actually. And that was because it was something I suggested, and that used to be a thing in AQ Worlds, where if you suggested an item on the Battle.on forums, your name would be in the description of that item if they made it and put it in the game. I know some other players that also have that. There's quite a few other players that have that. It's a thing they kind of stopped doing, like, I don't know, quite a while ago, like 10 years ago maybe, or something like that. Maybe not that long, but it's something they stopped doing around like 2017, 2018. So you don't see that anymore with the suggested items, but there are people that have their names in descriptions of AQ Worlds items that didn't make the items. So I thought it was going to be like that. From reading the description of this, it says, well, like we already read this, so you're getting credit for the name, but it's not going to be your name listed in the description of the item, thankfully, because that would be a terrible thing if they did that, because it would be changing the description of all the items in the game, basically, like, because 60 people have already backed the Benevolent founder tier. 73 actually. It was 60 last time I looked. People are backing it. So there's and they get 5 a pop, so that's already quite a few items, and you know they're going to pick more popular things, right? So yeah, but we got clarification from Alina, thankfully. I feel bad because they asked me about this before they posted it live on the Discord that I'm in with them, and I was sleeping at the time. I don't know if I mentioned this video already. I feel really bad about that. I want to give feedback on this, but well, I gave feedback here on Twitter, which I probably should have just DM'd them, but I think it's good that they see other players' reactions to it as well, in my opinion. But yeah, probably should have just sent them a message about this. But I didn't even look at my Discord before. I don't check my Discord that often, to be honest. Anyway, though, before I tweet that, so my bad. But enough rambling about that. Clarification: this isn't going to impact the description at all. It will be a line elsewhere on the item UI. Hopefully this helps, and I'll add that to the FAQ. It's good. Probably should have been in the description of the item there first, because it seems like a change description. It's great to hear. I said that I think something like a button you could hover over that says who sponsored it when you do would be good, so it doesn't take up space on the item card. I think it'd be nice, like a little sponsor logo on in the description of items that got sponsored, and you highlight it. It says like player XYZ has sponsored this item for porting to AQW Infinity or whatever it says. I think that'd be good. And Alina says, right, that's the kind of idea we have, where the info is displayed to recognize sponsors, but it won't obscure the item info or description. I'll hold them to that. Hopefully it doesn't, because I'd hate to have all these really popular items all be like graffitied on, basically, by people people paying to have them ported over. I'm sure the people that are porting them over don't want that either, to be fair. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing if you're paying for this tier, by the way. Like, that's cool. I don't hold that against anyone. I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, they're offering it to you, you're taking it. But yeah, like, I don't think it's a bad thing. I hope they just make it so it doesn't look ugly, or like, you know, and like ruin how the items look in the game, because a lot of the more popular items are going to be ported, because a lot of people are already doing this. So you know that's gonna be a case. I never even really thought about this, because I always think people have the best intentions, but this person brings up a good point too from the reply. Is like, whales want to trademark the classic items, so someone might be taking this tier just so they can get their name on Alpha Pirate or some really popular item that everyone has, like, as an ego thing. That's just, I don't know, man. That's just, it really doesn't rub me the right way, you know? And since we have the UI up on the screen here, yeah, just having it like another button on the item card, like above the wiki one or next to the trash can, it would be nice. Then you just highlight it and you can see who sponsored the item. I think that'd be the most inoffensive way of doing it. That doesn't like ruin, like, I really hope their name isn't visible when you're opening the item card. I do not want to see a player's name visible when you open the item card, just because they sponsored it to get it ported faster. That's insane. If we head over to the FAQ, I'm very opinionated on this stuff. I don't know. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. You might not share the same opinions as me, but you're completely fine with people's names being on the items in AQ Worlds, like having all the best items in the game having random players' names on them. Maybe you're fine with that. I don't know, but we'll see. So the FAQ for here, item sponsorship, Benevolent Founder. I haven't read this yet, so let's take a look. The Benevolent Founder tier is for players who want to sponsor items in AQ Worlds Infinity. Sponsoring item means if you do not already have the item you sponsored, it will be added to your account. Okay, well, that's a nice perk. I didn't even think about that, but hey, I guess you could like use it as a $400 item to donate. I guess. The item is guaranteed to be among the first converted with all their art and animation. Okay, so redoing animations on some items in like, because they have to reanimate the whole, like, they can't port the animations over. So if an item has like a crazy animation, like the sword that Dominique put out recently, right? Like, if that sword that has a pretty crazy animation on it, right? So with the fire and everything, so this would have to like do that. I don't even know how you'd like accurately represent, like, doing an accurate recreation of fire seems like an insane task. I don't know, I'm not an animator, but that seems like an insane task to accurately like redo fire completely. So having to pay $400 for that, I mean, yeah, I mean, animation's expensive, so if it is an animated item, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, so it'd be added to your account. It's guaranteed to be converted with the art animation. It will be available for any player that has already unlocked it. That's cool. So you'll also benefit from these Benevolent Founders if you have the item already in the game and it's one that they choose to port, and you happen to have that on your account. And it'll also get ported faster for everyone. It's not like they're going to get early access to it or anything, so that's good. All right, so important notes. So I knew this was I was going to say this kind of stuff, but I knew they're going to write it out here, so glad they did. Heromart digital item rewards are are available for sponsoring. Wait, really? Oh. Oh. That's a good surprise. So if you want it, okay, so you can pay $400 for a rare Heromart item. That's cool, I guess. I mean, people have paid more for them. I would recommend against getting Card Clasher with this because as much as it is a joke around here that it's never coming out, they have said they're working on it still, and they're remaking the class. It was written recently on Zynos that they're updating the class and they're going to release it for purchase again when they update the class. So if you choose Card Clasher for $400, you're kind of scamming yourself at that point. But hey, if you want it like a few weeks early or a few months early or a year or two early, whenever they release Card Clasher, then you could do that, I guess. But that's cool. You can do Heromart items. I was gonna say you couldn't, so I would have been wrong about that. That's actually great. Items can be sponsored by multiple people. Okay, so it's not first come first serve for the Card Clasher stuff or Card Clasher for the Heromart stuff or any of that. All sponsors will be listed in the item information. So yeah, like I said, like imagine having like 3 people listed on your Heromart item that you paid for. Yeah. That's great. They definitely need like have it hidden in a button or something like that's because I imagine there's gonna be a lot of people that are picking Heromart. Like all the Heromart stuff is gonna see that Heromart stuff is available for this. Like yeah, it's gonna be like Deddy, and any other like older calendars like the one I picked, like 2013 one. It's a cool one. Like it's gonna be stuff like that. It's gonna be all Heromart junk and Alpha Pirate and stuff, I imagine. And I say junk lovingly, of course. All right, sponsoring items applies to specific items. Other variants of items with similar art or names are not included. Sponsoring a class applies just to the class art. So you can't port a whole class. Because they're going to have to remake the classes. So it's like a lot of work and a lot of thought has to go into it and balancing and like a lot more than just make it, you know. Class skills are not included due to considerations for game balance and yeah, exactly what I said. Game balance, progression, all that kind of stuff. They have plans for some of the classes in the game already for AQW Infinity, so you can't mess it up by paying to get it early. The following items are not available for sponsoring or by redeeming the golden item and donate. Oh, so they list out the stuff you can't get with IODA here as well, which is good. So it's the same rules as IODA for what you can't get other than the Heromart stuff, which is a cool thing. Custom items made by contest winners or staff. Rewards from previous Kickstarters. Really? I guess that's like the same as like Heromart stuff. Kind of. I always thought of that as like Heromart stuff, because there's crossover between Heromart and Kickstarter, like Master of Moglins, for example. So you couldn't. So I'm guessing you couldn't ask for the original Master of Moglins from the Heromart stuff because it was never available in Heromart, but you could get the recolor of it, right? Dark Master of Moglins. So I imagine that's how that ruling goes, even though it is technically a Kickstarter item. Items obtained from the Book of Lore achievement badge shops. Fair enough. Miscellaneous items or items from other games. Items from other games. I mean, I guess you'll list that in case someone asks, but okay. So yeah, that's the whole thing there for that. For the Benevolent founder, the new tier on the Kickstarter that was added today. They're going to update the Kickstarter tiers. I've already seen them. They look decent. I mean, they look pretty good. It's about what you expect if you were expecting Kickstarter tiers. There's nothing too shocking, but yeah, we'll go over the Kickstarter tiers when they add them. I don't think they're public yet, although let me refresh the page and maybe they are. Oh yeah, they weren't when I started recording, but they are now. So the new stretch goals are also here. Hit my mic, sorry. So we have passed the 1 mil point, which by the way, last time I made a video, really bad timing, like right after I put up the video, these other tiers were added, and I said it was kind of really weird that they skipped from 1 mil from 250, which it was. It was weird that RX posted that like that, and he even admitted that it was weird that he posted like that in the Discord. So I don't know, just a mess, just a mistake, I guess. Fair enough, people make mistakes. So they added extended story beginnings, introducing Graveland, Shadow Scythe, and the cast before the showdown. So like an extended beginning to the story. That's interesting. It's weird that I don't know, they already had that planned. I feel like we might have heard something about that before. Probably, maybe not. I don't know. But Doomwood Saga unlocked says, when I heard that Doomwood Saga wasn't part of the 13 Lords of Chaos, it kind of tripped me up. But apparently those aren't the same. I guess they aren't. They aren't, right? But to me, they're always like one and the same because they happen at the same time, sort of. But yeah, this is separate. So that was a 600k thing. Darkened Saga. That's one of the more recent sagas in the game, and one of the more liked. If you haven't played AQ Worlds recently, if you're coming back to the game and you're listening to me ramble like 20 minutes into this video, the Darkened Saga, you should play it in AQ Worlds right now. You can. You should. It's really good. And they might change it a bit. I think they're going to change it slightly. Darkened was on Twitter saying that there might be some things they want to change in it. So you can play the original one in AQ Worlds right now. Or you can wait, I guess, for them to do it in AQ Infinity, but yeah, it's one of the more recent ones and really good. It's a lot of like horror stuff, a lot of like, yeah, if you're not into like gore and stuff, you might not like the art style of it too much, but it's good story. It's good like story wise. So this one, which you've already seen, you can actually get the scythe in AQ Worlds right now. I'm not going to show it in the video, but it's in Battle On. Same with I think the cape is in there too. The extra Steam key, I don't think they gave that out yet. I didn't get email for it, so I think it's going to come with the other rewards we get later on. 1.1 mil is new today. They added this AQ Worlds soundtrack. I asked on Discord if that was the uncompressed audio. Didn't get a reply on that yet, but I just sent the message recently, so I might get a reply. I'll let you know if I do. But if it's uncompressed, that's great. That is amazing. I don't know if they still have the uncompressed files for all this music in the game. I hope they do. They can get rid of it or something, because it's very compressed. It sounds like it's through like a tin can in the actual game. So hopefully it's uncompressed. Steam achievements. I actually mentioned this to Alina and RX on Discord, and it might be the reason why they added it here, because someone commented on the other video and let me know that there wasn't Steam achievements in AQ 3D. I actually looked it up. Well, they didn't let me know that, but they asked if Steam achievements were going to be in AQ Infinity, and I looked up and they were in AQ 3D. So I'm like, oh, they're not in AQ 3D. Let me ask about them in AQ Infinity. And it seems like if we get to 1.2 mil, there will be Steam achievements. I also asked about point shop stuff, which if you don't use Steam, it's like backgrounds for Steam profile, emotes you can use on Steam, profile icons on Steam, banners. It's like cosmetic stuff for your Steam profile, basically. I asked about point shop stuff. It didn't get added on here, so maybe it'll happen separately, like outside of the Kickstarter later on, but hopefully they'll have point shop stuff as well. I don't know how the process I know a lot of games on Steam have point shop stuff, like even really old games like Black Ops 2 that came out in 2012, like way before the point shop got added to Steam, have point shop stuff, but I don't know if AQ Infinity will have that. Hopefully it does. But it's not listed here, just achievements. Throne of Darkness Saga getting added as well. Throne of Darkness Saga is my personal favorite saga in AQ Worlds of all time, so that's at 1.3. I mean, I imagine it's gonna get added otherwise. I think this just like speeds it up or whatever on here, because I don't see a world. Well, because Throne of Darkness is very important, right? Like to the actual game. Like all these sagas are. Darkest Saga is, like Doomwood is very important. Like it's one of the older ones. Like these will all be added anyway, right? Even if they didn't hit the goal, but. So I guess them being listed on here is speeding up the process, perhaps. Maybe it means they can hire like 20 extra people, or like however many people they need to like speed it up. I don't know why they're listed on here, because it seems like such a fundamental thing that would be happening. But anyway, the next one is guild halls, which is something that they said they were going to do in AQ Worlds, and it never did. Maybe because limitations of Flash, or who knows why they never happened in AQ Worlds. It was never a thing where there's a Kickstarter for AQ Worlds in the past. Like it was never like a promise. It might have been a promise, I don't know, but it was never like something people paid for that never got delivered in AQ Worlds. But it was something they had in the game for a long time, and you can still go see it in the game. It's like a work in progress thing, but it never got added. So if we actually got to 1.4 mil, it would be cool, because they would be bound by the people actually spending money on it to do it. So it actually happened. So that'd be cool. And Battle Concerts are always cool in AQ Worlds. I think this would mean a new version of the Battle Concert class as well. I'm just speculating on that, because I think they've done a new version almost every time they've had a concert in AQ Worlds since they added that class. So that'd be cool to get a new class variant as well. But I'm speculating on that. I wasn't told anything about that. I don't know. But And then you still have the warning stretch goal thing. So they added a bunch of tiers on top of what. So they moved this one again. So I don't think this is ever being hit. I think it's just this is probably item trading, and it's just not going to get hit because they added tiers here, right? Like they added like 3 got added here, plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there wasn't 9 question marks below the Infinity logo before, but now there is. Now there effectively were, but that we still don't have the terrible idea stretch goal. And that'll probably get pushed back even more if we get the 1.5 mil. So I imagine that's just an unreachable thing at the bottom of there for whatever reason. But honestly, that should have been the 1 mil thing, to be fair, because like I don't think they ever expected to get to a mil. So it's kind of just, they're kind of just cheesing that down the road, because they probably really don't want to add item trading, which is fair enough. That would be a nightmare, I imagine. Okay, thank you for listening to me ramble about the Kickstarter. I always like talking about this stuff. It's really interesting. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts in the comments. I might seem a little harsh on some of this stuff, but like I just want it to be, you know, very good. You know, I want to succeed. I want it to be nice. I want AQ Worlds to be good in the future. I don't want them to make any big mistakes right now that's going to impact them in the long run. Hopefully not, like stuff like having the item descriptions messed up on all the popular items in the game would be a terrible mistake to make, I think. So I just have, I you know, can't hold my tongue on that. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like on the video. Like the video before you leave. Check out other videos I upload way too many videos this week. I don't know. This is my normal upload cadence. If you're new to the channel or returning or whatever, I usually upload like 3 or 4 times a week. But yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll see you next one, and I'll be live streaming maybe as you're watching this video. So come join the live stream that we do every Friday. I'll see you next one. Peace.